Hey everybody, it's Kendra. Welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back if you've been here before. So my video today is going to be a recipe for how to make a fabulous chai concentrate. Now, I love regular chai. I love chai. I love the flavors of chai, the spices. It's so good. But generally, chai concentrate is made with black tea. Black tea and I are not friends. Black tea will definitely trigger a migraine for me. So, I used to make regular chai concentrate using black tea, and I just noticed I didn't feel great after I drank it, and it did trigger some migraines. So I have not really been having much chai for the last few years. This is made with mushrooms. It's made with chicory. This is like a chaga chai concentrate. It's caffeine free. It's delicious. It's full of super good stuff to help boost your immune system, clean out your liver, do all the things. It's got all the regular chai spices and flavors. It's super, super tasty. So I was in a cafe in Rhinelander, Wisconsin, way up in the Northwoods, a couple months ago. Super cute cafe if you were ever up in this area. It's called Tilly's, and they have really great stuff. Anyway, they had Chaga chai on their drink menu, and I was like, hello, what is that? So I asked them if I could see like what exactly was in it, and they handed me, a little like cardboard kind of container from Rishi. Now, Rishi Tea is a tea company out of Milwaukee, and they do really, really good teas, and they have this Chaga chai tea concentrate. And I looked at the ingredients and I thought, okay, I can totally make this, but I still ordered it. I still tried my Chaga chai with oat milk, and it was really good. It was super, super tasty. But I think it was like $7. So I'm like, I can figure this out. So anyway, that's what this recipe was inspired by. So I'm gonna share with you what I do, how to make it. It's super, super easy. And you do get a lot of it. So when I just bottle this up, I've got a half-gallon jar, I've got a quart jar, and then I had about half of this pint full. So I probably used a little bit of this. This is great iced, it's great warm. You could totally steam some milk. I'm gonna share with you how to make it iced today. So delicious. Also, this recipe is caffeine free, so that's super nice, because you know what? Chai has like these really nice warm kind of spices in it, and this would be so lovely to drink before bed. But if it was normal chai with black tea in it, the caffeine would just keep you up. So this is totally safe to drink before bed. Now, I do want to say before we get into this, I'm going to be talking about some herbs. I'm going to be talking about chaga and reishi mushrooms, burdock, dandelion root, chicory, and then a whole bunch of spices. These can all have different health effects on you, so please, do your research before you make this. Make sure it's going to be okay for you. Some people might be sensitive to certain herbs or roots or whatever, and if you are taking medications, obviously there could be interferences. So this is my disclaimer. Just do your own due diligence and make sure you're safe. Anywho, on that note, let's get into how to make a lovely chaga chai concentrate. All right, so let's talk ingredients for this mushroom superfood, super healthy chai. So first off, I've got my mushrooms and my roots. So chaga and reishi are the mushrooms I'm using today. You could also use turkey tail. I wish I had some turkey tail, but I do not, so I'm not using that. That stuff is amazing for the immune system. So chaga is great for reducing inflammation. It's great for stimulating the immune system, and it's loaded with antioxidants. Reishi is also awesome for the immune system, and it's super good for calming the nervous system. All right, we've also got some astragalus. This stuff is really good for strengthening the immune system too, and it's also very good for the heart. Now, the three on the right side, we've got dandelion, burdock, and roasted chicory. These three are all really good for the liver. Dandelion, I have to be careful with if I drink too much dandelion root tea, because this stuff can be so potent. Like sometimes I just feel like it's too heavy of a detox, and I just feel like, ugh, terrible. Burdock, great for the liver. Chicory, super good for the liver, and also really good for flavor in this. So since this is going to be a caffeine-free chai, usually we would get some flavor from black tea, but chicory kind of gives that like nice, rich depth in this chai. All right, and since we are looking for that nice chai flavor, that nice spicy flavor, here is what I'm using today. You gotta have cinnamon. I'm gonna be using full cinnamon sticks. I'm also going to be using some cardamom pods. These are actually from Zanzibar. One of my friends was in Zanzibar and she sent me a package that had cardamom and I think cinnamon and star anise in it, which is so cool. We've also got some ground nutmeg here. I don't have like a nutmeg pod, so I can't do it fresh, so I'm just going to use a little bit of that. All right, we've also got some whole cloves here, whole star anise. I've got an orange. I'm going to be using a few pieces of orange peel in this just to give it a nice little bit of flavor. And then I've got some fresh ginger root I'm going to be chopping up. I like to use a lot of ginger. Ginger has a lot of health benefits and it's super flavorful. And then finally, this back here is my pepper grinder. So I do like to put in some whole black peppercorns when I make chai. All right, and then finally at the very end, once everything is strained out, I'm going to be adding in some coconut sugar for my sweetener. If you didn't want to use coconut sugar, you could use regular sugar, you could use honey, you could use maple syrup. You have lots of options. All right, let's make some chai. Super easy. All you're going to do is dump everything in a crock pot, cover it with water, and cook it for 24 hours. So first, I've got my chaga. So I've got like 10 to 12 cubes of chaga. So this is what chaga looks like. It looks like a burned crusty thing on the outside, and then when you cut into it, it is just brown like this, and it's super lightweight. All right, then I've got some reishi. So I've got probably like 6 to 8 reishi strips here. This is what reishi looks like. All right, then for the astragalus, I'm going to use about 2 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons of burdock, 2 tablespoons of dandelion. And then for the chicory, I'm going to do about 2.5 tablespoons. This is going to give some good flavor to this. All right, and then I chopped up that whole ginger root. This is quite a bit of ginger, fresh ginger. All right, then for the cinnamon, let's put in like 4 sticks. Alrighty, then for the cloves, I'm probably going to do like 1/2 to 3/4 of a tablespoon. It smells so good. All right, and then for the star anise, I'm probably going to do like 5-ish, the equivalent of like 5. Some of them are broken up in half, 5 or 6. All right, so then for the cardamom pods, I'm taking probably like 15, I don't know, just like a handful. And then I'm just gonna kind of smush them, just kind of crush them up a little bit. If you have a mortar and pestle, you could do this. I do have mortar and pestle, I just don't feel like getting it down. I'm just gonna kind of crush these. All right, let's just do a sprinkle of nutmeg. You know, good sprinkle. All right, and then I've got about 1 teaspoon of black peppercorns. All right, and then I've got my orange, so I'm just gonna peel off a bit of the peel, just to give a nice bit of citrus flavor. This is gonna be super citrusy. This smells great. Also, if you did have vanilla beans or vanilla bean powder, you could add that as well. I don't, because vanilla beans are really expensive right now, so I have not bought vanilla beans in a long time. So that is what is in my crock pot. How pretty is that? Look at all that good stuff. Yum. So we've got a fair amount of stuff in here. Smells amazing, super healthy, yummy. Now I'm just gonna add some water. All right, that's 4 cups. Now we got 8 cups and 12 cups. All right, I decided since I do have space in this, I'm gonna add in another 4 cups, so a total of 16 cups. All right, so I'm just gonna turn this to high, and then I'm gonna put my cover on it. And now I'm gonna let this sit for a good 24 hours. I'm gonna keep it on high, probably, maybe 8 or 10 hours or so. And then when I go to bed, I will turn this down to low. Some of the liquid will eventually evaporate, and I do turn it down to low while I'm sleeping just because I don't want it to get too low. But if it's kind of low before I go to bed, I will add a bit more water. All right, so here we are about 8 hours in. You can see everything is really cooking in there. The whole apartment smells so good. It's actually a little bit too strong for me. This is what it looks like. Ooh, look at all that steam. So you can see that some of the liquid has evaporated. I will be adding a little bit more in here, but look how good this looks. You've got this nice, rich, dark liquid. Oh, so good. All right, so I'm just adding in 2 cups of water, and I'm gonna turn it down to low, and then let this continue to cook overnight. All right, so it's been about 24 hours. I am gonna turn the heat off on the crock pot, and you can see that nothing is really floating anymore. And now I need to strain this out. So I've got this beautiful dark liquid in here. And I'm gonna strain all these solids out. This looks so good. The color is so deep. This has so many good things in it. Alrighty, so here is our unsweetened concentrate. It's still super, super hot. I got a lot. This is probably, I'd say at least 8 cups, maybe 10 cups. I'm not sure. We'll see when I put it in jars. If you do not want any sweetener, then this is finished as it is. I would really suggest putting in a little bit of sweetener. This is very strong, very, very potent. Maybe that's your jam, maybe you like it. But for me, I prefer to add some type of sweetener. So I'm gonna be adding in some coconut sugar. I'm gonna do about probably like 1 cup. There's a half a cup. All right, so now just stir this up, get all that sugar dissolved. You can also use honey or maple syrup. I have not tried it like that. I've only ever made chai with coconut sugar. Even when I was making chai concentrate with black tea, I would always use coconut sugar. There's something about the flavor of coconut sugar that works really, really well with the flavors for chai. All right, so once you've got your sweetener all mixed in, just gonna put it in some containers and let it cool. Now, if you are going to be drinking this hot, you could totally, add some milk to this, add some steamed milk to this right now. If you are going to be enjoying this cold, I would definitely wait until this cools down a little bit. So right now you are very far from iced chai. This is very, very, very hot chai. All right, so I ended up getting about 13 cups worth of this concentrate. I've got a half-gallon jar here, and then a quart, and then a pint. So we've got about 13 cups of concentrate. I generally use about 1/2 cup of concentrate per serving. Sometimes a little bit less depending on the size jar, but I generally do a very large jar, which I'll show you in just a second. So anyway, I'm just gonna let all of this cool down, and then I will pop it in the fridge. All right, my chai concentrate is done. Let me show you how to prepare these. So we've really just been drinking our chais cold and iced. So we always use a 3-cup mason jar. So into that, let's see, I'm gonna put about probably, it would be helpful if I showed you how much. This is probably about a 1/2 cup. Then I'm gonna dump in a bunch of ice. I like to put the chai in first so I can see how much is in, and then dump in the ice. I don't want to dump the ice in first because then I feel like I'm not going to know exactly how much is in there. So then I'm going to take some non-dairy milk. I'm using Oatly today. I've never actually used Oatly. I just bought this to try. Yeah, and then I just fill her up. This seems very, very thick. Ooh, isn't that pretty how it all is like marbly? And then just gonna kind of mix it up a bit with a straw. Oh yeah, that's nice. Can use a tiny bit more chai. And a tiny bit more ice. I really like this Oatly. It's very nice. It works really, really nice with the chai flavors. All right, so there you go. That is how I make my superfood mushroom chai concentrate. So tasty. You got lots of good stuff to help keep your body healthy. You got some nummy, nummy spices, perfect for fall. And it's caffeine free. You can make this again as sweet as you like or as unsweet as you like. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you guys make this. Let me know if you do and what you think. So anyway, I hope you guys are doing great. Have a fabulous weekend. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.